I welcome all of you. Please tell your friend that we are now live. We shall begin in a moment, and you can always, as usual, you can always send your messages and they will appear on my screen. I'll be happy to read them. Good morning, good afternoon, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year wherever you are. Merry Christmas, and we shall be on in a moment as I configure the live stream on the other side of the screen. I'm very happy that the Lord has been good to us and we've been able to do a lot of streams this year, and this has been a blessing. So if you're joining us from wherever you are, tell a friend that we're almost starting, and we shall look at Luo names, how children were named, and once the children were named, how was someone supposed to read the names? So in this edition, we shall look at I hope that I'm live now. Boom. Let me start again. Main scene. There you go. Good. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Luo English Dictionary channel. And today's edition, we shall talk about Luo names and how everybody was named. So Luos actually had a way of naming their children. There were 3 ways. There was 4 ways. Not even 4. There were more than 4. First, they named according to the time of day. Then also they named according to the season. And then they named according to the events that were happening wherever they were. And finally, they also named according to popular leaders. Now, there are some names that appear like, which are for popular, like animals, animals or plants or something. But the thing is, Luos named according to very many things. So the ones that I'm going to talk about today are just those ones that are common and popular. So you'll see names that are common and popular. That's what I'm going to go through. And if you know of names that you think and their meanings and how they came about, please type them on the chat section, and I'll be happy to learn from you too, because it's all a learning session. Now, let's look at names that were according to the time of day. For example, the name Amondi. Amondi. That thing is making noise. The name Amondi. Now, Mondi comes from the word mondo. And mondo means going early or before sunrise. When you say adwa mondo, then mondo means going very early. So Amondi was born before sunrise or was born very early in the morning. Very early in the morning is mondo. When you hear someone saying adwa mondo, then it means that they were born, they are going to a place very early. So Amondi is born before sunrise. Okay. Then there is Akini. Akini comes from the word Gokini or Okini. The boy would be called Okini, but the girl will be called Akini. Now, Akini or Gokini is the time just after sunrise. In the equator is about like just about 6:30 in the morning when the sun is rising. That is when you have Akini. So Akini is born in the morning and just after sunrise. That's Akini. Remember, we just talked about Amondi. Amondi is before sunrise. Just before sunrise, that's Amondi. And then just after sunrise becomes Akini. As the day progresses, and then if someone is born in the evening or in the between 3 p.m. and about 6:30 p.m., now they will be called Adhiambo. Adhiambo. That is between 3 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. But after sunrise and before 10 a.m., after sunrise and before 10 a.m., they will be called Anyango. Anyango. So Anyango would be, or Onyango if it's a boy, it's Onyango. If it's a girl, it's Anyango. So Adhiambo is 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., but Anyango would be between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Okay? Now Akini, we just talked about Akini, but if it's after 6:30, after 6:30 in the evening, that is just after sunset, but not when it's very dark in the night, then they would be called Alik or Olik. So Olik is after 6:30 p.m., but before 8 p.m. when it's very dark. You know, at 6:30 is, even though there is a sun, the sun has set, it's not yet very dark. Okay. Albertine Oyondi Erokamano Ainya. Thank you for liking the stream, Albertine. Okay, so Alik or Olik was just after 6:30 p.m. Okay. Now, when you're born at night you're called Otieno, because night is Otieno or Gotieno. So when you're born at night, we call you Otieno. Otieno, that is at night. So that is at night, Otieno. When you're born in the evening or when the sun is setting, not really after sunset, but when the sun is setting, then we call you Odhiambo. Or if it's a lady, we say Adhiambo. So Adhiambo and Odhiambo is just born when the sun is setting. So Andrew Munyi, asante sana. Frankie Webbs, kuja uone bwana. Iko nini? So, Alvin Senior, thank you so much for liking the stream. And I don't know why my stream is not being shown. Andrew Munyi, thank you so much. I'm just trying to make sure that we can see the stream. I didn't see the charts. Okay. So that is Otieno and Atieno. Now, when you're born, let's look at the seasons. So for the seasons, when you're born during famine, when there is famine in the land, then we call you Akech. Now, this comes from the word kech, and kech means hunger. So when there is hunger, we say kech. And when you're born during that season, we call you Akech. Akech. Now, when you're born during harvest, when there is abundance, okay? Mwangi wajoroge. Irokamano, asante sana. When you're born during harvest, you're called Akeo. 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 Andrew Munyi says, my son was born during the rainy season. What should be the name? And the name should be Okoth. Okoth should be the name. Why is the thing not bringing out the... I don't know why I'm not seeing your charts on the screen, but I'm working on it. Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, so Andrew says, my son was born during the rainy season. Anafaa kuitwa nani? Anafaa kuitwa Okoth. Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, Frankie Webbs is Odhiambo. Odhiambo is when you're born in the evening. In the evening when the sun is setting, then you're called Odhiambo. Thank you, Frankie Webbs. And then Andrew, thank you so much. Now, when you're born during the sunny season, you'll be called Ochieng. Now, this comes from the word Chieng, and Chieng means sun. So when you're born during the sunny season, we call you Ochieng or Achieng. But when you're called, the thing is, again, you may be born at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and you're not called, instead of being called Anyango or Onyango, they would call you Okoth because it was 10 o'clock and then it was raining. So they would choose the season instead of the time. So that's one of the things that we have to take care of. Thank you, Frankie Webbs, for liking the stream. And now it works. I think now I can see. When you type on the screen, I should be able to see it on my screen. Then between 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., during normal seasons, you are called Ochieng. That's between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. because that is the time when the sun is mostly shining. Okay? Good. Amondi, when you're very early in the morning, that is Amondi or Omondi. So when you hear somebody called Omondi, that is someone who was born very early in the morning. Now, when you have twin girls, you can call them, the first twin of the twins is called Apio, and the second of the twins is called Adongo. Now, this is the genesis. Pio means quick. So, Alvin is asking, may you please explain on surnames? Do Luos have surnames? I don't know what surnames mean, but this is, you mean the first name, second name, and all that? When you say surname, these names actually took the how you call it? These names took the part of the surname. Yeah. Now, Pio means fast or quick. So the person who came out quick or fast was called Apio. Now, Adongo, you see this this part called dong. Dong means to remain behind. Okay? Dong means to behave, to remain behind. Gaki Johnson says, I'm here, good vibes. Thank you, Gaki Johnson. And we must give you a Luo name now. So dong means remain behind. That's why this Adongo was called, this second of the twins was called Adongo because they remained behind. Some time back, somebody asked me, what if they were triplets? And I don't know if someone knows the name for triplets, please let us know. And then we shall incorporate it in this edition. Now, when you're born after the death of your father, you would be called Ochola or Achola. And that comes from this word here, the word chola. The word chola. So if you've been listening to or watching our videos, we've been explaining the meanings of the words. So one of the words is chola, and chola is like that. I don't know how to explain it so well, but when somebody dies, the people have something called chola. There is some spirit that is in people. Okay, so when you're born after their death, then we shall call you Ochola or Achola. Now, sometimes someone is born breech. You know, like when they're born breech, like instead of facing up, they face down. Then that person is called Auma. Where does it emanate? It emanates from this part, Umo means to cover. So when someone is born and they're covered, like they're covered on the what they're not supposed to be, like, you know, when you're born, you're supposed to be facing up. But if you're not facing up, then we call you Auma because you're facing down. That's why Auma comes in. Okay. Now, there are other names. And for these other names, I only put 3 of them. If you know of other Luo names, please put them on the screen and then we can discuss them. But let me discuss 3 of them. The first one is someone called Oliej. Now, Oliej comes from the word liech, and liech is an elephant. So this name might have some genesis from an elephant, or the parents thought that they were, you know, brave like an elephant, or, you know, they have something to do with an elephant. Alvin says Achieng. And Alvin Achieng, we had talked about it somewhere here. Let me just go back. Achieng. Oh, no. Achieng, where is it now? Ochieng. So here you go. Ochieng or Achieng is when you're born during the sunny season or when the sun is up. Okay? When the sun is up or when the sunny season. Now someone says Ogutu. Now Ogutu. Anybody knows the genesis of Ogutu? Nang Abo says Ogutu. Anybody knows the genesis of the word Ogutu? That would be very helpful to me. I do not know Ogutu. I know Ogutu are very common. I do not know. I do not associate Ogutu with anything. So maybe someone who has knowledge of Ogutu, please comment on the comment section, and that will be very helpful. Okuku, like Akuku danger or Okuku danger. Okuku, and I think Okuku has something to do with the celebration. I think because Sikuku, first of all, is like Christmas Day is Sikuku. And Alvin says Odek. There is a Sikuku is Christmas Day. I don't know whether there's a celebration that might be called when someone is born over the celebration. They may be Okuku or Akuku. That might be one of the genesis. Good thoughts. And I want to include them in this presentation so that next time when we're doing this, we shall have some names to talk through, and I'll also ask people about them. So I'll put in Ogutu, Okuku, Odek. Okay. Now, I was also explaining Atula. Now, Oliej and Atula, they emanate from animals. Now, there is a bird called Tula. Tula is a bird. Now, some people are named after the bird Tula. So they are called Atula or Otula. Then there is Orweno. Now, Orweno, there is Weno. You see this Weno here? Weno means there's this thing that comes up from maize, like when the maize is almost ready, that thing that comes on the top, you know that, how do you call it? I don't know the English name. Now that is Weno. So when a child is born, when the maize are flowering, you know that thing that comes on top of the maize, I don't know how you call it, but during that flowering period, that is when the Weno comes out. So and that is when you call them Orweno. Okay, so that's one of the names that I thought that was very important that we could also talk about. Now I'm also going to include the names that you just talked about so that we can include them here. Odek, Okuku, Ogutu, Anybody else, if you want to explain for us the names, or if your name is not among the ones we have, please let us know, and then let's talk about them. If you have an idea about the names Odek, Okuku, Ogutu, please let us know, and then we can help each other out on how naming was done by the Luos. Remember, this channel is about us to preserve our culture. So you want to see. Ojuang, yes, Ojuang. I have a friend called Ojuang. I should call him and ask him why was he called Ojuang. Yeah. Ojuang. Juango ngato. To juango is to leave, to abandon. I don't know what. Why? I don't know how. Okiki, Ojuang. Let me put them in here. To juango ngato is to leave them, eh? So I don't know whether Ojuang means someone was left. Huh? Okiki. Yeah. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. So Ojuang, Okiki. Now, anybody, if you have an answer, just put them on the comment section, because people will be able to see on the screen if you have an answer. Like Susan, you're called Omolo. Please tell us why it's Omolo and what, or the meaning of Omolo. And thank you for liking the stream. I don't know whether this thing gives me alerts later, or people are actually just liking the stream when I'm. Frankie Webbs, thank you for liking the stream. I think the alerts come in later. Thank you, Mwangi Wajiroge. I think it's replaying the likes. Meanwhile, Merry Christmas, everybody, and you have a happy New Year. I think we'll also have some streams again in the very near future. So, Ojuang, Okiki, Omolo. I have a friend called Omolo. Omolo or Amolo. But also, if you look at the Luo migration, the names that we talk about in the migration, they are quite different from the names that we now have. Okay? Yeah, Alvin says, I had a friend called Onyala. Onyala is Onyala might not be a Luo name as such. Okay, it might not have Luo origins, because I know of Onyalas from where? From the Maragoli. And Susan says Omolo means brave, or a person who has Omolo means brave. Ngat manigechir. Thank you. Now, Alvin, I know that Onyala is a common name for the people who border the Luos. So maybe that name emanates from that particular place. Yeah. Yeah, and you see, Awendo has many. Awendo, if you go to Stella area, there's a lot of people who are not Luo. Awendo, after Awendo, if you go to Stella, before you go to Migori, that place was occupied by people who are not Luos. So maybe, but I'm not saying that is for real, you know, because naming, just like we name today, many of us do not name our kids we just take names that we feel are sweet, you know, and that might have been what our parents did. They might have just taken names that they feel are very sweet. Yeah, but between Awendo and Migori, there is Stella, and that Stella area has a lot of this other language is called what? It has a lot of Luyas. Yeah. And Andrew says Ojuang is common in Kisii land. Then there is Origi. Yeah, like Origi the footballer. Origi should tell us how come his name is Origi. So that Origi, I'll include Origi here. Ojong is common in Kisii. And Anne should also tell us Onganyo. Origi. Yep. So these are names that we've not found. Omolo said that it is brave. Brave person. So we shall keep on filling all this. You know, last time when we did this, we had very little and then we just filled it up. And now that's how we fill them up. We shall just get people who have these names and then we shall fill it up. Okay. Ondiek. Ondiek means a hyena. So I don't know whether it is about the how do you call it? I don't know whether it's about the tabia, the behavior of the hyena, or some place where there were many hyenas. You know, it might be that they were born in a place that had many hyenas, so that's why they are called Ondiek. Origi, Ondiek, Okiki. Okiki is very common in Homa Bay, Kindu Bay area. Yeah. And nobody's giving us meanings of the names. If you have a meaning of a name that we might not have talked about, please just click on the chat section either on YouTube or Facebook, and you'll be able to just give us a response, and we'll be happy to learn from you, because this is a learning platform. Meanwhile, if you're enjoying your Christmas, I'm wishing you guys a Merry Christmas wherever you are, and we thank you for always supporting our channel. We are now at about 5,600 subscribers. That's a lot. 5,000 people can fill a big stadium. So we started with only one person. So you can imagine how far we have grown. So if you've not subscribed, if you see a number scrolling on my screen on the top left, that number is the people who have subscribed today. So if you go and subscribe, that number will change. It will change to 32 or 33 or 35. Now it's at 30. It's at 31. So that is how many people have subscribed today. Please don't be left out, and please support our channel. Share our videos with your friends, because that's the only way we grow. Once we grow, we are able to get more knowledge, because the more people we are, the better we get, and the more organized we are. That is a call for subscriptions. Tafadhali, tupatieni Christmas gift. Please give us a Christmas gift. And I think I also said it, so that if you subscribe, there's an image that comes in here. Oh, Alvin says, thank you for the lesson. I'm Zimbabwean and I have a lot of Luo friends. Yeah, I've been to Zimbabwe, and Alvin. Zim, the down south, that's a very nice place. I think I have Zimbabwean friends too. Now I have one more. There is someone called Kuda in Zimbabwe. I don't know whether that's a common name. Kuda. Alvin, is Kuda a common name? Susan is asking, kindly advise if one has 2 sets of twins. Wow. Yeah, that's a good question. How would you name them? 2 sets of twins. Now, I have no idea, but I think that would be an interesting assignment. 2 sets of twins. Oh, wow. That would be like, the first one was Omolo and Amolo. And now, again, you get another set. So, is it still Omolo, Amolo, or... yeah, nice question. Oh, my someone is whispering here. Akelo. What does that mean? Akelo. Apio. No, but what of Odongo? Apio and Adongo. But what of Akelo? What is it? Does Akelo go to the queen or what? Someone is whispering at my side here. She doesn't want to appear in the screen. But I'm not sure whether Akelo is related to the twins. And if someone knows, please tell us if someone knows. If you'll watch this later and you get the question is, if you have two sets of twins, what would you call them? So if you watch this later, please help us out. Write it out here. I will do another video and I'll incorporate your answer. Oh, Kuda is a Shona name, a shortcut of Kudakwashe. Meaning God is willing. It's a very common name. Yes, I have a friend called Kuda. That's nice. He didn't tell me that he's Kudakwashe. I think he was afraid of telling me that it's Kudakwashe. Kudakwashe is a long name. Yeah, I will call him and ask him, why didn't he tell me he's called Kudakwashe? Thanks, Alvin, for that. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's a small world. You see now. A Shona. So there is the Shona people. I remember reading about the Shona in primary school. And the Shona are Bantu people. So that means that they are related to Bantus in Kenya. Yeah. So the Shonas. This is nice. Yeah, Shonas are Bantus. So, and Bantus are also in Kenya. So, which means that they have the Kisis, the Somalis. So I can see this now. The Meru. Yeah. The people from the northeastern part of Kenya, all that. Amazing. The Kamba. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah, I'm just reading this online. I'm seeing this is very nice. So now that is good learning. And anybody who has an answer, Kisi and Mary and the VP tribe. That is called Kalenjin. The VP tribe is called Kalenjin. The Kalenjin. Yes. Kisis and Merus. Yes, that's correct. Amazing. Thank you so very much for adding into the discussion. I'm also searching online and just looking at them. Well, so let me review. For those who came in late, let me just review the names that we just talked about, the meanings, and then now we can call it a day after a while. We talked about Luo names. They're named according to the time of day, the seasons, the events, the popular leaders, and also they were named according to animals. We've seen the animals, we've seen the plants, big trees, you know. Someone called Amondi. Amondi means Mondo. Mondo is born before sunrise, or they came in early. So that is where Amondi comes from. Or if it's a boy, it becomes Omondi. So Amondi and Omondi. Omondi. Remember, it's only the O and the A that change. Most of the time, it's just the O and the A that change in the names. But then when you're naming, you just maintain all the other syllables. So that's why I didn't put both of them. So Omondi was someone who was born before sunrise. Then Akini or Okini, born in the morning, but just after sunrise. So Akini or Okini was born in the morning just after sunrise. Okay. If you don't see your name, put it in there and give us a meaning. That way we add into the conversation. Adhiambo and Odhiambo. Adhiambo and Odhiambo are born between 3 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. because that is in the evening. So 3 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. that is when the evening is starting, and that is why we call it Odhiambo or Adhiambo. Anyango or Onyango. Onyango is early morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. That is Onyango. When what we say is when the sun is still not very strong. That is when you call it Anyango. When the sun is not very strong. So 7 to 9 a.m. the sun rays are not very strong. Okay. So Akini is at dawn, and Olik is after 6:30 or when the darkness is falling. That is Olik. After 6:30 or when the darkness is falling, we have Olik there. Okay. Then at night we have Otieno. Odhiambo is not after sunset but just before sunset, as we had said before. Let me just change that. Odhiambo is just before sunset. So just before sunset is Odhiambo. And then Akech is born during a famine, and that comes from the word kech. Also, Akeyo is born during harvest time or when people are having abundance. So Akeyos are people who have abundance. Akech is when there was a lot of problems and there was a lot of famine. Okay. Okoth comes from the word koth. It can mean that they were born when it was raining or during the rainy season. So Okoth or Akoth is when it was raining or during the rainy season. Similarly, Ochieng or Achieng was when it is sunny or during the sunny season. So when it is sunny, like now the sun is on my face. When it was sunny or during the sunny season. Then 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. we have Ochieng. We just talked about Ochieng. Chieng means sun. When the sun is strong, that is when they are born. It's called Ochieng or Achieng. Very common name. Amondi, early in the morning. We talked about that. Amondi, early in the morning. Then Apio is first of twins is Apio, and second of twins is Adongo. The Genesis, Apio, Pio means first, or fast as in F-A-S-T, or quick. So if they came out quick, then they are called Apio. If they remained, or Adongo, then we call them Adongo. Luos have three names. Yeah, Luos have three names. They have what happened is the Luos, one name is the baptism name. Like when they are born, they have to they become Christians, and now there is that name. So that name they are given. And then there is the father or the mother's name or the son name, or the one that they attained from the family. So they have the family name, the name that they were baptized with, and now this name that they were born during the whatever. if they were appear. So for example, if it is Jane, so Jane appear Adongo. So that means one of the names is a baptism name, one of the names is a family name, and one of the names shows when they were born. I think that explains if someone has a better explanation, please type it on the chat box. But I think that is why we have three names or four names. Some names are because of the family, some names are because of how we were born, and the other name is because of whether they were Christian or any other religion when they were given a name. Because when people are put into that religion, usually they're given a name. Then Ochola, born after the death of the father. That is Ochola. Ochola, born after the death of the father. And then Auma is someone who is born breech or born facing down. That is the breech. Okay. Then there were others that we talked about that we don't really have a reason to. We don't have a way of saying that this is the reason why they were born like this. For example, Oliej, and I said Oliej has something to do with Liech is elephant. Okay, so there's something to do with an elephant. There's something to do with a bird. Then this is when there is when there is a flowering. I forgot the name of that thing. When there is flowering, or Orweno is when born premature is we have a name for that too. How about if you're born premature? I think there is a name for that. Then there is Adek, Okuku, Ogutu. We have not found the meanings of all this. Ojuang, Okiki, Omolo. Na gavana ameshaingia. Wacho nia Jakababa, vipi hapo kwenye studio? Nishakaribia kwa kipindi cha leo. Niko locked leo nikiwa Lagos Estate, Igboland. Omera idhiri Igbo kuso ntie Lagos Estate. Now, Chief Governor has come. Chief Governor will give us a lot of answers for these things because he knows them. Chief Governor, mewa nying gima ginene nyinge gi. How do you call them? Chief Governor is a very good. He's someone who always comes to this program. When I'm online, he must appear once or twice. Chief Governor, miwa nyinge gi Odek, Okuku, Ogutu. Miwa nyinge gi ginyisango, because we do not know the meanings. Thank you for always supporting us. Mondinyiso ni Lagos ni kanyea. Awori. If anyone wants to maybe just talk, please, I can link you up. If you want to talk and people will hear your communication, I can link you up. Just tell me and I'll send the WhatsApp number. You can call through WhatsApp and we can link you and everybody else will hear you. So if you have the genesis of names and you're interested in talking to everybody live on camera, please send just send me your email. No, not your email, but send me your WhatsApp number and then I'll call you up. When I call you, and you'll be able to talk to everybody. Warito Chief Governor mondo meanings go. Let me write it up here. If you send your WhatsApp number to that email, I will call you and then you will be able to talk to everybody here and explain if you have something on the Luo. There you go. So if you want to talk to people, at least please just send your number and I'll get it on my phone in a moment and then I'll just connect with you. Always thanking you for helping us out and just, yeah. Oh, someone is asking why our Twitch is down. Now, our Twitch, the problem is that we cannot connect. I think our stream keys, there's a problem with the stream key. For those who usually get us on Twitch, we are sorry that we are not yet able to. I don't know what happened. I think maybe my subscription might have expired. So I'll look through it and then I'll reconnect and try again. So if you've been getting us on Twitch, sorry we cannot be on Twitch today. We are only on Facebook and YouTube. Oruru namba ya mondo wago urumbaka. Also, if you're on Clubhouse, we have a Clubhouse. We now have a Clubhouse channel. If you're on Clubhouse, please look for let me look for it. Let me look for the name. We have a group there called Luo. Luo. So if you're on Clubhouse, please use those links. Luo, that is not the spelling of LAN. Hey. Luo, that is on Clubhouse. That will be able to connect with you. So if you want to, please, we can also connect through Clubhouse and you can be able to talk to people live and direct. Where is the group now? Yep. So I'm waiting for either a Clubhouse link or a Facebook or something, anything that will connect anybody who wants to talk. That will be a good way to end the day and also to spend your Christmas. So I've just opened the Clubhouse room. So if you just join the Luo, if you become a member, you'll be able to find the room. There you go. If you join the Clubhouse and become a member, you'll be able to find the room. Hey, Jen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Well.
Yeah, I was live on YouTube. We were talking about Luo names. So do you know of any Luo names that you want to maybe help us with during this Christmas?
Any names, huh?
Yeah, the Luo names and their meanings.
Oh, I'm not sure I will be able to know the meaning.
But do you know of any?
I know Adhiambo or Thiambo. That means someone was born in the evening.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And Okini.
Uh-huh.
And Akini.
Yeah.
That one was born in the morning.
That's correct.
Then I have, my son is called Mitch. I was told it means a gift.
Ah, yes. Mitch means gift. That's correct. Mitch means gift.
Which other one do I know? Omolo, I don't know the meaning.
Yeah, Omolo.
Opio is twins.
Opio is the firstborn of twins, yeah?
Twins, yeah.
Yeah, and then Omolo is no, I don't know the meaning of Omolo. But that's good. Mitch, yeah, Mitch means gift or a present. That is what Mitch means. Yeah.
My firstborn son is called Wanda. I don't know. People keep asking me if that is a Luo name.
Yeah, Wanda. I do not know.
Wanda.
Wanda might not be a Luo name. Yeah. Unless anybody else, Edward thinks differently. Let me call Edward up here.
I think because I had a classmate called Wanda as well.
And they were Luo?
Yes.
Oh.
She was a girl, so I think it's a unisex name.
Yeah, but you see, even the girls can take the names of their fathers. So that way you might think that it's a boy name, but though it's a son name, you know? Yeah. Edward, come up and help us out here. Otherwise, how's your Christmas, Jen?
My Christmas is good. We had a good day.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yes, we are in Dala. We are with family.
Ah, that's nice. That's nice. You enjoy your Christmas out there.
Yeah.
See, we're just starting, so.
Oh, you're just starting, eh?
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock in the day. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, for those who are joining us from YouTube, please, if you have Chief Governor, thank you so much. You're saying Ojuang is Nyathim Ojuang or Nyathima Okorit Makare. Yes, I thought so. I thought so too. Ojuang is a name given to a kid whose parents may not have been very good. Let me remove the sound. Oops. Yeah, I thought that Ojuang might be a name given to kids whose parents may not have been taking good care of them. So thank you so much, Chief Engineer. So I have another session on YouTube and Facebook. We were just discussing names. And Jen, have you heard of Ondiek?
Yeah, Ondiek is the famous one.
So what does it mean? Because
I'm not sure.
the normal ondiek means hyena. That's the normal one. So I don't know whether it's different, you know.
Yeah. And there's another one I've just remembered, Owor as well.
Yes, Owor, good. Owor. Now, Owor might mean Wor is someone who is gluttonous. Huh? Do you say a glutton? Woro is being gluttonous or how is the English thing? You say gluttonous or what? So does Owor emanate from somebody who kept all the food for themselves? I don't know. Yeah. So Owor. Now we've also talked about. Yeah, Owor is a stingy person. Stingy, yes, stingy person. Okiki. So Jen, do you know of Okiki? Or
No.
yeah, Okiki. Okiki is a very common name in Homa Bay, around the Homa Bay area. I'm just updating the list so that next time I have people asking, I can actually give them this. Wow, now there are so many. So now I have Owor, I have Mitch, I have Odiek, I have Omolo, I have Ojuang, I have Owino. Owino, do you know that the thing that comes out of the flowers of the maize, huh? The flower that comes out of the maize. What's the English name for that? That thing that how you call it? Wino, the wino thing. I don't know the English name. Auma. Auma is born breech. When they're born breech, they're called Auma. Then also there is Ochola. Is born after the death of the father. Then there is Amondi. Amondi born early in the morning. Okoth born during the rain. Akeyo born during harvest. Akech born during a famine. Otieno Odhiambo, that ones are easy. Then there is Olik. Olik is also not common, but Olik is born after 6:30 and before 7:30. So that's what we have in our list. Edward, kuja juu alafu tusaidie. Edward has refused to take the microphone. All right, Jen. Sawa, tuonane. Wacha, let me start preparing for Christmas.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks for coming by, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. All right, so we've come to the end of this session, and we really thank you for staying with us for all this time. For those who gave us feedback, I really appreciate you. Thank you for always staying with us, for always helping us out. And we hope to see you again. I cannot promise, but I think tomorrow we shall have a session at about the same time. So at about 1 hour from previously, at 10 o'clock my time, that will be about 5 o'clock Kenyan time, we shall have another session where we shall talk about something else. So thank you so much. You have a great day. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.